It has been a little while since I made a wish list for handbags, and that's because I've really taken this year to step back and think about which bags I want to add to my collection. Well, now comes the tough part. I am ready to buy a couple handbags, but I'm not 100% sure which ones to go for. I would love your opinion and feedback, but let's get into the handbags I'm looking to buy for the end of the year. Hi guys, my name is Alana and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here we discuss all things fashion, luxury, and handbags. So if those are things that you're interested in, then I hope you would do me the favor of hitting the subscribe button down below if you've not already. I really do appreciate all of your support, and I love talking handbags with you guys in the comment section. This is definitely a video for my handbag lovers, as this is going to be talking about my current handbag wish list. I am looking for all the advice, all of the opinions. Please let me know what you guys think. Now, I do have a pretty big list here, so let's jump right into it. This first handbag on my wish list, I would definitely say is at the forefront of my mind, and that is the Celine Ava bag. I have been eyeing this bag and trying on this bag for some time now, and I truly love all of the seasonal variations that come out in the Celine Ava bag. I'm looking at the Ava bag though in the classic Triumph canvas, either with the dark colorway or the lighter colorway. I'm kind of leaning more towards the darker colorway because I do like the way that the monogram canvas looks with the Triumph logo in the darker pattern, and I do like it in the lighter color as well, but I feel like because I have my Pochette accessoire in the Damier Azur, it kind of covers some similar ground that this bag would. But I love that this comes with treated leather. I love that this bag really does fit a good amount, and I have been leaning towards shoulder bags lately. That is why I feel like this bag is a really good contender. The price point for this is also not too bad if I was to get it from the boutique. However, I do feel though that the pre-loved market has some really good deals right now. So if I were to see one online for a good deal, I wouldn't be opposed to grabbing it there either. But the reason this is at the front of my list is because of the fact that whether I got it pre-loved or if I got it in store, I feel like I'd be able to get it for a pretty good deal. So that is definitely a plus. I also want another variation of an everyday bag that is definitely carefree. It is weatherproof, so I could give my Prada Re-edition a bit of a break. That is why this is definitely a bag that I'm considering, and if you have this one, let me know what you think about it. The next bag on my list is one that I really have been contemplating for a long time, and I feel like I just need to talk through this. This is the Coach Swing Zip in the beautiful maple colorway. Now, I love this bag, and I have been loving this bag. I have not purchased a Coach boutique piece in years, that's for sure. But this bag I feel like definitely could be the one for me. I've been looking at this bag for over a year, but what has me hesitating slightly is two different things. I do love chocolate brown. I have been obsessed with it lately, and I love the color maple they have selected. The leather, beautiful as well, and I love the look that it gives. Now, it is paired with silver hardware, and typically I prefer a gold hardware. So that is one thing that is kind of holding me back a little bit. I do wonder how much this will go with my wardrobe and my jewelry, though I'm not afraid to mix and match. Like I said, I definitely gravitate towards gold jewelry, gold accessories, gold hardware a little bit more. The other thing is too, this bag retails for $480 in Canadian, and that is a fraction of a price for any of the other bags I'm really going to be mentioning on this list. But I feel like it's the fact that I'm kind of thinking in my mind, is that worth it for this Coach bag? And that is not anything against the brand Coach. Like I said, I do have some things from Coach, and I have always loved this brand since I was a teenager. But it's more the fact that would I want to put that $500 towards another bag that I've been dreaming of a little bit longer? Now, I don't want to necessarily buy this bag and then feel like I should have got something else, but I'm finding it's been the opposite. I've been holding off on getting this bag, but I keep finding myself going back to it and trying it on. I'm thinking there's a good chance I'm gonna end up with this bag by the end of the year. The next bag on my wish list might be a little redundant because I already have this bag in my collection. That is the Prada Re-edition. Now, you guys know I love this bag. I am obsessed with it and I use it all the time. I would really like getting this bag in a different color again, so I could give my current one with black nylon and gold hardware a little bit of a break. I'm really interested in the beige colorway or even the brown, darker brown colorways. There's a beautiful burgundy that's out right now. There are so many stunning colors that I would definitely be open to. And I find that if you look on the pre-loved market, you can get some really great deals. Like I'm talking like 50% off, and that is on a variety of different resale platforms. So for that, I feel like this might be the time to buy the bag, seeing as how getting it from the boutique, in my opinion, is definitely not on the table. It is retailing for $2,000, I think over $2,700 these days. That is just too much for me to spend on this bag, seeing as how I bought my first one from the boutique. So if I can get a bag for a really great deal, then I definitely think I could see myself pulling the trigger because it is just so versatile. I love it so much and it's very functional. Okay, so you're gonna notice a theme when it comes to my wish list here, and that is pretty much easy, carefree, versatile. The next bag on my list is another one from Celine, and it's the Celine Mini Boston bag. I love the look of this bag. I love the fact that it's giving like that Speedy shape. It is a bowling bag style, but I like the fact that, again, this comes in the Triomphe canvas rather than, for example, the monogram canvas for something similar at Louis Vuitton. The price on this bag is also better as well, which makes me feel like if I was to buy it in the boutique, I could definitely stomach the price a little bit better than getting something similar at Louis Vuitton, which would be like the Speedy 20. I also like the fact that the canvas from this bag is definitely a little bit lesser known than the monogram canvas. So even though I would be decked out in the Triomphe logo, it wouldn't be as in your face as less people can recognize that logo. Again, the treated leather is a huge thing for me. I like that you could wear this bag top handle. You could get it over your wrist to wear it, not quite on the crook of your arm, but you can use it as a hand carry. And then of course, the fact that it's a treated leather crossbody strap, that is a big win for me. I do feel like this would go really well with a lot of my wardrobe as it is quite neutral. And again, the fact that it has that brown in there, I feel like is really catching my eye at the moment. Anything that has those earth tones and browns in it right now, I'm kind of drawn to as a colorway. So this is definitely another bag that is of high interest, seeing as how I am interested in picking up something from Celine in the near future. I just mentioned the Celine Boston bag, but I'm gonna follow that up with kind of eating my own words in a way. I would also be very interested in getting the Speedy 20. If I was to get the Speedy 20, I would get this in the Damier Ben just because of the fact, one, it has the chocolate brown, two, it does have that treated leather, and three, it's a little less in your face than, again, just the classic monogram canvas. And that doesn't mean I have anything against the monogram canvas, but for a bag like this, I think I'd go Damier Ben. Now, this is on my list too because of all the reasons I mentioned about the Celine Boston bag. I really like the fact that you could use it crossbody. I like the fact that you could carry it as a top handle, and it really does fit a good amount. I would go for the Speedy 25 if I didn't feel like it looked a little too awkward on my frame crossbody. For me, I do like having the option to crossbody my bags, especially if I know it's gonna be a bag that I use just casually for every day. So that is why, of course, this bag had to be on my list. It's another one that I would recommend to you guys as well. The Speedy is certainly a classic, but I do know that this comes with a higher price tag. If I was to get the Speedy 20, I would definitely be looking onto the pre-loved market, and I potentially would even be open to getting this bag without the crossbody strap. That's because this one comes with a jacquard kind of guitar strap, which isn't always my favorite look. So I would be looking to get this on the pre-loved market for a bit of a deal because it is pricey, but I could definitely see myself owning this bag. This next one is a bit of a wild card, but I'm gonna throw it in there anyways. A bag in silhouette that has always been on my mind from the brand Louis Vuitton is the Papillon. Now, I love the cylindrical shape. I love the fact that it's a cool over-the-shoulder bag. I would be getting this bag in the 26 because I would want it to be able to carry a decent amount. Also, I like that if you get the bigger size, it does have a bigger shoulder drop, so it makes it more comfortable to wear, and you can layer it up with jackets and such, and it will still fit comfortably. This is another bag that I feel like I could use on a daily basis. I could use it casually, and I do like the fact that this is offered in damier ebene because I think I would go for that style as well. The particular versions of the Papillon I'm talking about would definitely be ones that are probably getting even close to vintage at this point. So if I did see one that had some vachetta that was kind of already worked in, I would consider going for a monogram version too, but again, the price would have to be right for that one. I feel like anything over $1,000 or $1,500 in that range might be too much for me to worry about the vachetta or just worry about the condition of the bag. I really want it to be something that I could use a little bit more carefree, so if I could find this for a steal of a deal, then I would definitely consider this bag as well. We are almost done the list. I have 3 bags left, and I know I have quite a few bags on here, but for someone like me, handbags are always on the mind, and I don't think I'll ever have a short wish list per se, but if you guys are enjoying the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel, as well as if you have some thoughts on the bags I've already suggested here or mentioned for my wish list, please let me know and help a girl narrow down the choices, because like I said, the list is a bit long. We're gonna move on though to the next bag here, and this one is the Gucci shoulder Ophidia bag. I love the silhouette of this bag. I feel like you'll notice that when it comes to shoulder bags, I do like a particular style, ones that are easy to throw over the shoulder, ones that are not too big, but definitely still carry a good amount. This is certainly a similar silhouette to the Prada Re-edition, even to the Pochette Accessoires. Those are bags that I have in my collection and I really love. So I do feel like this bag would work nicely for me. The version that I'm specifically thinking of is the one that has the leather strap over it. I know it's very carefree. It comes with the canvas as well, but it does have the piping and the strap in leather, so I like those details. I really like this in the classic brown colorway as well. Like I said, I feel like it would go with a lot of my wardrobe, and I just feel like with this classic Gucci look, you can't really go wrong. Now, this bag is also not too pricey, to the point that if you were to get the version up from this bag, there is one that comes with a gold chain as well as a crossbody strap. Now, the crossbody strap, if you get the version that costs a bit more, it is that classic Gucci webbing, which could be a bit loud for me. But again, if I was to find that on the pre-loved market for a good deal, I could definitely be persuaded there as well. This is just a bag that I've seen and I've always been a fan of. I don't necessarily feel like it's anything too unique, but that's kind of what I like about it if I were to use it as an everyday bag. Speaking of those classic style shoulder bags, I also would love to get another Pochette accessoire. This is one that I already have in my collection. As I mentioned, I have it in the damier ebene, and I love that bag. It is definitely one that I bring with me a lot in the summer. I'll take it with me for times if I'm on the road all day, or if I need to travel as well. I like that it's easy to take as an overnight bag, pack it away, and it is good for pretty much any occasion. I have this in the damier ebene, so I would be interested in getting this in either an epi leather variation, a damier ebene version, or the monogram canvas. Now, the only problem with this is the fact that if I was to get the damier ebene, which I think I'd be most interested in, I would have to get that from the pre-loved market, and I feel like because this has been discontinued for some time now, it can be tough to find one that's in good condition, as well as because it's been discontinued for so long, I do feel like prices now have increased. Sometimes it can be a little bit pricey for what it would have been, considering this is now 2 models later than what the current edition out is. But this style is something that I like because, again, it's carefree, it's still a good size, and I'd definitely be interested in that. But again, for the right price on the pre-loved market, I could be tempted with any of these. Now, you'll notice that a lot of the things on my list, I am more considering getting it from the pre-loved market because I do feel like the prices are returning to what people have been used to seeing prior to COVID, and I can appreciate that. I like the fact that I can get a bag that maybe I don't have to worry about as much because it is pre-loved, still in good condition, and for a really good price. The last bag on my wish list is going to be the Fendi Mini Baguette in the classic Zucca print. Now, this is such a functional bag, such a classic bag, and I feel like I just want a little bit of Fendi into my collection. This would be the first Fendi piece that I would have picked up, and that is why it is definitely high on my list. This is a bag I considered pretty much neck and neck with my Prada Re-edition. They have very similar functions, and they both are in that kind of fabric nylon-y material, so I feel like it's weatherproof. I feel like it's very versatile. I feel like they both hold a good amount considering it's a mini bag, and they are both classics for the fashion houses. So this is the reason why this bag has always been on my list. Now, the only reason why I might hesitate a little bit is because of the fact that, again, I considered this bag and my Prada Re-edition, but I did choose my Prada Re-edition for a reason. Now, the difference between the two bags is, though, that I did pick up my Prada Re-edition in black, whereas if I did get this in the classic Zucca print, I would have that in the brown colorway. So I do feel like this adds some good variation to my everyday rotation, as well as the fact that I feel like I can match this with so many different outfits, which would really be a plus too. These bags are getting more pricey from the boutique, but again, on the pre-loved market, sometimes you can find deals. I also feel like I do prefer the mini size because it is just so cute and compact, but again, fits all the essentials, and that's kind of what I'm looking for here. More like an everyday bag that I know I can dress up and use in a couple different scenarios, but another bag that is definitely going to be carefree as well. Those are the thoughts I've had in my mind and kind of my rationale for each bag that I have on my list. Like I said, before 2025, I am hoping to pick up a couple of these off the list. Let me know down below in the comments which ones were your favorite and which ones you would recommend to me as an option for my end of the year wish list. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe down below and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.